Your body isn't going to tone up just because you go to the gym, make good nutritional choices, and play by all the right rules. And I know this because over the last decade, I've been working with women all around the world who are in the exact same position as you are right now. They were playing by all the right rules, doing all the right things, but every time they looked in the mirror they still had the belly that they didn't want. They still didn't see any shape changes happening in their shoulders or their thighs. And it was like no matter what they'd done, nothing was ever going to work for them. But I was able to help them, the main key things that were stopping them from finally being able to tone up, finally being able to lose body fat, and look in the mirror and feel over the moon with how they felt. And in this video, I'm gonna run through with you the exact 3 things that I would do if I was in your position right now and I couldn't tone up no matter what I was doing. Now, the first and probably the most important thing is establishing what's actually realistic to you. Because every woman that came to me has been trying to do multiple days in the gym per week. They've heard that 4 days, 5 days is best. They've heard that getting 10,000 to 12,000 steps every day is what they need to do to melt away fat. That they need to get 8 hours sleep every single night. That they need to be on a no carb diet or whatever it is, right? And because they're trying to do so many things, they're unable to stick to it. Because let's be honest, unless you're a bodybuilder or a fitness influencer and you've got nothing to do all day other than go to the gym, eat and sleep, then it's not going to work for you. And that's the trap that so many women fall into. They see these people online, watch what they do and think like, okay, that's what I need to do to get to their body. But realistically, they don't have your life. They don't have the time restraints that you have. They don't have the stresses that you have, the family, the work, whatever it is. So they can go out and do that stuff. But for you, it's just super unrealistic. And sure, they might like eating kale, chicken and rice. But for you, you like to have a little bit more flavor. You love your carbs and having potatoes, pasta, even enjoying some pizza on the weekend. So when you try and choose something that doesn't involve anything that you like or is too unrealistic, you're never going to be able to stick to it. So that's why you need to establish how many days can you go to the gym consistently, not for the next 3 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, but for the next year, 3 years, 5 years, and so on. Because if you know that you can stick to it consistently, you're going to be able to finally build a routine that's going to work for you. The second thing that you need to do is you have to track data. You need to be tracking your daily scale weight. You need to be tracking your calories, your protein. You need to be tracking your workouts even. Because if you're not tracking anything, you're just guessing. And when you're trying to guess your way to toning up your body, it's never gonna work. Could you imagine a business never tracking how many sales they made each month? How good their client retention was? How much they're spending every single month? That business would crumble because no one's got any idea with what's going on. And the same thing goes for you. If you're not going to the gym and tracking the weights that you've done, how do you know what you did the week before? And how do you know if you're gonna beat it this week? If you're not tracking your daily scale weight, how do you know if your average is going down lower, if it's maintaining or if it's going higher? And if it is maintaining or going higher, but you're not tracking your calories, well, how do you know what you need to change? How do you know what foods you're eating at the moment are really too high in calories and you need to start reducing the portion sizes of them or looking for an alternative? All these things become apparent when you track the data itself. So this is going to be, again, one of those key things that you need to start doing if you're struggling to finally tone up. And this is why I would definitely start tracking if I was you, because that's going to put you in a really good position so you can know exactly what's going on and what you need to change. And the third and final thing that I would do is I would plan when my diet was going to start and when it was going to stop. Too many women just jump on a diet and that's it. They just try and exist there. They try and hold out for as long as they possibly can, trying to drag it out as long as possible, and eventually it becomes too difficult. The cravings are too high, the hunger is too hard to ignore, that they end up binge eating, that they end up throwing everything out the window, that they end up having one bad meal and then thinking that they've ruined everything, so they might as well just keep eating this way anyway and start again in the future. But when you have designated times when you start a diet and stop a diet, everything becomes so much easier. Because at the end of the day, your goal isn't to be on a diet for the rest of your life. What you're looking to do is lose as much body fat as you can to get to a place where you feel confident, comfortable, and love what you see in the mirror. And once you get to that point, you don't have to be in a diet anymore. You can slowly start increasing your calories up to a maintenance level And then you can just maintain that level of body fat while focusing on getting strong, building muscle, and enjoying your lifestyle and routine. And another thing that you need to know is you're not going to get your dream physique in one dieting phase. It's actually going to take multiple phases, and that's exactly what I do with all my clients. Jill, for instance, we've gone through 6 dieting phases and 6 maintenance phases. She's gone from 104.5 kilos down to 72 kilos. Do you think we realistically would have been able to diet for the last 3 years without ever taking a break? 100% no. She would have been miserable. So what we had to do was plan in different phases of dieting and eating more calories so it was sustainable, so she could enjoy her life, and so she could actually get strong and build some muscle and shape in the meantime when we weren't focusing on dieting. And I promise, if you start just focusing on these 3 things alone, it will make such a massive difference and everything will seem so much easier. Because you'll finally be able to stay consistent with it and you'll know exactly what it is that you need to do. And if you would like a little bit more of personalized information, then head to the link in the description because I've created a free quiz for you called the Sculpt Score. And what that's going to do is going to help you identify what one of the key 4 areas are that's holding you back from toning up right now. It's going to give you a score on your lifestyle and your recovery, your habits and your mindset, your training intensity, and your nutritional consistency. It takes less than 2 minutes to fill out, and once you've done so, you'll have a personalized report telling you what area you need to start making tweaks and adjustments, because that's going to get you to the next step of results. Other than that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep sending you information about how you can tone up without trying to live in the gym or be like a bodybuilder.